Back to Vulcun Deckmasters. We're on to the 5th match of the day. Obviously, I couldn't see the 3 first ones, but that last Gara versus Trump was a really quick series.
Yeah, it was steamroll basically.
Yeah.
So yeah, just imagine Trump driving a steamroller and guards going to squish.
Yeah. Well, we're on to Forsen versus Steelo, so that's going to be a pretty interesting match. Now, Steelo's not doing good at all so far in the Vulcan League. He's 0-2, so if he's already on the cusp of just getting knocked out and not having a single chance to come back. But if he wins his next 2 matches, I think there could be a 3-way tie in his group, if I'm not mistaken, because Forsen is going to go 1-2, and then there's a chance that Forsen wins his next match and then equalizes again. So there's still a chance for Steelo, but it's not looking too good at the moment.
Yeah, sure. I mean, even though you're not doing good in a tournament, the fact that you join a tournament is to kind of get experience as well, right? Especially if you're a newer player. So just play every game like you would any other tournament match, and just try and take something away from it. You know, learn some moves, learn some tournament. How do you say it? Like, you don't want to be like have stage fright. You get what I mean?
Yeah, like don't do like me whenever you start playing in front of people, basically.
Yeah,
like the you could call that like the tournament anxiety, where
sure.
you just jump into it, and then suddenly, because you're in a tournament and the stakes are higher, you drop everything you know about a Hearthstone, and then you just mess up all the plays. So Steelo just has to stick to what he knows. Which seems to be a Hunter deck at this point, because he's playing Warrior, Hunter, Warlock. His Warlock got banned, and I think he's been playing Hunter every single lineup that he brought. Forsen brought Mage, Warlock, Warrior, and the Warrior's banned. He's got apparently a Freeze Mage, I have to assume, or an Echo Mage, and the Warlock on the back end. Probably a Zoo deck. He's been playing a lot of that recently.
Yeah, probably not an Echo Mage from Forsen. Forsen really likes his Freeze Mage, so it's probably going to be that. And do we know what type of Hunter this is?
It looks like at least hybrid. We saw Explosive Trap, and there's 2 Abusive. So it's either face, well, with Lepronome and the Explosive, I think it's face.
Alright, face it is. So let's see, coin double 1 drops.
Yeah, probably, if only for the tempo, I think it makes a lot of sense. And Forsen greeting his opponent with such niceness.
Of course, the typical hello spam, of course.
I don't think Forsen has slept much recently. You know, if I'm Steelo here, I think I just wait the full 75 seconds.
Oh!
Do a dab.
Steelo's already winning this game!
I think he should just start spamming my apologies.
Dude, this is really... Oh man, Steelo is my favorite player right now. Yeah. Oh man! Look at that! Look at the eye! Look at the focus!
Yeah, he doesn't even... I think he's alt-tabbed. He actually alt-tabbed for 75 seconds. Oh, like, he just decided to go on Google, make a quick search about how to open his Hunter. And he's about to lay the knowledge bomb. Oh wait, is he disconnected? Oh no, he's not! Alright, you know, Amaz...
facial expression, man! He's giving away nothing. He's just like, so cold, wait 70 seconds. Oh man.
Steelo, you're a hero.
Oh, what? What? What is happening?
Oh, you know what I think? Okay, so the bans were done wrong. That is probably what it is.
Wait, the what?
Okay, so the bans were done wrong because the classes were not communicated properly, and as a result, that's probably why Forsen was surprised, because he was like, "Hey, I would have banned Hunter. Like, what is this doing there?" Which probably explains his attitude. I was getting a bit amused at the silliness of this situation. All right, so we'll see what the players end up banning. Again, I don't think Steelo's bans will change since he banned Warrior. I think he'll stick to that. And Forsen didn't show anything as far as his hand went, so Steelo still has no idea whether this is a Tempo Mage or a Freeze Mage or anything along the lines of maybe even an Echo. Then again, it's been played on ladder recently.
Wait a minute. So what does... Well, I guess I'm just thinking if Forsen got a disadvantage there for showing his kind of thing, but not really, right? If you ping a Lepronome, that doesn't really reveal that much. Yeah. So I guess it's still fine. Yeah, I guess it's still worth. Okay.
There's still no information disclosed about what he was playing.
Yeah.
So still No problem there. So we'll see exactly what happens with the bans if Forsen modifies things around and whatnot. I mean, I would have. Do you ever ban a hunter as a freeze mage? Like, if it's face hunter, you're gonna get punished really severely. But mid range usually you can handle. No, depending on ice barriers.
I don't think you get punished by face hunter anyways either. Like, I think it's fine, to be honest, because you have the tools necessary to deal with them. You just need to, well, basically not draw ice block or pull an ice block ever, and then just go from there really. Because like usually face hunter just runs out the cards and they only have 2 damage return. Yeah. Then you have like if freeze mage effectively starts at say 46 health with 2 ice bears, right? If you run anti heal bot, you start 54 health. You just need to draw them.
That's what I say. Like, I think Ice Bearer is the most important card in that matchup. Very often, if you pick up 1 to play from your hand and 1 from Mad Scientist, very frequently you'll be more than well off to move forward.
Yeah. So makes sense. And yeah, face hunter, mid-range hunter. Those are that's kind of like the core concept of hunters. They haven't been changed in the past years. Remember like Dream at Bucharest back in the days where people were playing like River Crocolisk.
Yeah, just because they needed a 2-drop, then Haunted Keeper came out, and you're like, oh, all right, I guess I'll just swap that in.
Exactly. Yeah.
Didn't really change.
Mad Scientist and Quick Shot now, so every new card that comes out in any expansion, Hunter's just gonna keep on getting better. Like, they just are.
But do you know that initially it was supposed to be a control class?
Wait. That hero power it's a control class?
Yeah, it was meant to be a class you play with explosive shots, multi-shots, and traps, right?
Okay.
And then because you're playing all that removal, you have no damage, so you've got to give them the damage source. So you give them a hero power that deals damage.
Okay. Well, I always have the theme of Hunter has always been to me, even since the beta, is like, just kill your opponent, right? I mean, the hero power is kind of there. I don't think people value the hero power enough. When Hearthstone first started, it was like, oh, don't develop anything, right? So why the heck do you want to use your hero power? But apparently that is a very strong... It's basically a win condition that no other class has from the hero power, right? You can't just say that, oh, I have a mage hero power. I can win in 30 turns, right? That's not a thing.
Well, yeah, they're going to inevitably win the game if the game drags on and you don't have any way to, weather the aggression from the hero power alone, which actually really helps them push earlier than other classes for damage. Yeah. Like, you'll see them sometimes, you're sitting on 20 health, and then they just go full face for a 10 damage turn, and then they assume they can win after that. And they put you on the defensive much earlier than other classes can, which is, again, the strength of the class. But it's kind of funny because, explosive shot and multi-shot are tools that you would expect, like, on paper.
Yeah.
They seem like if they were costed differently and they had, different tempo and whatnot, belong to another class maybe, they would be fine. But because they belong to Hunter, and you really have no incentive at all, without any card draw, to play those cards, like, how do you play Control Hunter? Like, it's just terrible compared to mid-range.
Yeah, it seems that every Hunter card needs to deal damage to the face, or we're not going to play it.
Yeah.
It's just not worth it.
Yeah, and Steelo agrees. I mean, that deck is just... actually, this is a rematch, basically, at this point.
Oh, okay. So we'll see if Steelo actually gets a 1-drop this time around. And no, it does not. Sorry on the back foot. Oh, never mind. I lied.
Yeah, Steelo... actually, this is almost a better 1-drop.
Yeah, that's pretty much really, really good. Coin and Mad Scientist here. That's really the only thing that Forsen can do. Not a bad one, but not a terrific one either. Alright, so Steelo does play quick. He's not doing that trick just to tilt Forsen off. It was probably just messaging an admin and stuff like that.
Yeah, both players playing extremely quick here. They've got their turns on autopilot until they pick up their stuff. Forsen's been playing extremely fast in this league so far. Oh, Misha. That's actually not a bad one. It's less weak than Huffer to any AoE removal.
Yep. Here we might even let's see what we draw first.
Wow.
It's not really that good. You kind of want to use it after the Doomsayer or the Freeze turn where you want to push the extra damage.
So, do you expect a quick shot here, or just let Forsen draw to his heart's content and waste his mana while he takes phase damage?
Yeah, I think wasting his thing is good. Like, I mean, if Forsen is paying the Acolyte, he is not paying the Knife Short.
Exactly, so you're going to likely get even more damage in from that. Forsen knows it, so he's going to have to play...
Ooh, a Fireball, that's what he's thinking right now.
Yeah, makes a lot of sense too.
Okay, and gets a card draw from Acolyte, but you're getting pretty low right there. Unfortunately for him, fortunately for Forsen at least, Steelo has no playable cards here. So just
a Wolf Rider would have been devastating here.
Oh, Wolf Rider would have been pretty sweet.
Forsen actually, like, he picked up an Ice Barrier and he's got another Mad Scientist, so he's almost guaranteed to get his 2 Ice Barriers out. Given that Steelo, then again, Steelo can basically wait and never trigger the Ice Barrier. It's very simple for him at this point.
Yeah. Well,
wow.
Well, I guess
2 Ice
Mad
blocks.
Scientist. Well, the Mad Scientist is gonna trigger the second Ice block, right? But Forsen needs to find the anti-heal bot or Alexstrasza really quickly. If Steelo is catching up onto this, that the Ice Barriers is actually gonna be like obviously there because there's 2 secrets. He's just gonna go the full power route. And what I want to see here is just a hero part and a push shot into the face.
Yeah, so that you can set up the Ice Block pop on the following turn. At exactly 2 health left, then he plays Ice Block number 2 if there's 1, and then you win.
Oh yeah, that's perfect. Like perfect situation.
Yeah, Steelo is
that. Very nice. Okay.
Forsen's gonna need a heal bot very fast.
Well, he has a couple of turns to do it, but looking pretty bad at the moment.
Well, actually, how does he have a couple turns? He can't really get a second Ice Block without killing his own Mad Scientist.
Oh, yeah, right.
He should have pinged it, right?
Well, really?
I don't know. He's gonna have to Ice Lance it, I guess. Like double Ice Lance your own Mad Scientist?
Oh, that's too late. That's a bit too late. You need the anti-heal bot at this point, pretty much, or it's toast. Yeah, you need double Ice Lance here. That's so unfortunate.
If he pinged it, he could have at least kept it, but I mean, it's still the same situation. In the end, you're still in a really bad spot if you don't find the heal bot next turn.
Yep, that's all you need to find. 1 heal bot for... I mean, if Forsen is even running that card, right?
Yeah, a lot of people don't even bother running it.
Yep. So here...
Steelo can't attack into this, right? There's no way.
Nope. Can't attack.
Just playing stuff because he can, forcing Forsen to have Frost Nova and heal bot.
Yep. That's actually... Oh, that's... just put it off. And... Oh, Arcane Lance! More chances!
And it's not...
Oh. Forsen dies to Smart.
Well, rest in peace, Dad. So many orphans in the chat right now.
Alright, Steelo takes first game.
Well, it turns out Steelo's Face Hunter is going to take it against Freeze Mage, but I mean, he still has another deck against which to win with his Freeze Mage, being a Warlock deck, and we know that Freeze Mage is pretty solid against Warlock. I don't know if there's a matchup that I really dislike as a Freeze Mage.
Yeah, but we did see earlier that you weren't here and Frodan and I was casting that the Freeze Mage actually lost to a Zoo because Mal'Ganis popped out.
Right. Oh my god.
It's kind of like the win condition against a Freeze Mage.
Oh wow. Forsen,
this is a very good start for Steelo here. Just Egg and Voiter and put 7 power on the board at turn 3. That's really good. Also has the Owl to silence any Doomsayer shenanigans.
Yeah, I was gonna say Doomsayer is such a problem in a position like this when you're playing Zoo and it comes out at the worst time. When you've got the Owl already set up,
yeah,
not nearly as bad.
Yeah, I don't know. Like Steelo's hand is looking so good. Like it's actually so good. Paying the Egg, it's actually pretty smart.
Yeah, it's only gonna be a 3/4.
Oh my God, Void Caller as well. Man, Steelo getting all the tools necessary to actually beat this matchup. And of course, Mage does not have a secret. That's just like a misprint, I think, on the green.
Yeah, there's a little bit of an interface issue.
Uh-oh.
You mean mages don't play Explosive Trap?
Well, what if mages do have Explosive Trap?
I mean, I just delete my account.
Uh-oh. Okay. Well, Steelo has a very good start once again. No Frost Nova. So I guess you're drawing 10 points of damage. Not really that scary, but apparently Forsen is kind of scary. 10 points of damage.
But he does have the heal bot in the deck, by the way, so he does play the card. He just didn't pick it up last game.
Right. So here is a pretty easy silence. Okay.
Forsen needs to pick up a Blizzard off the top to really weather down the aggression, or Arcane Intellect into some... I mean, he can always play his Flame Strike next turn, so I guess ultimately he's still fine.
Okay, sure. But then the Doomguard is going to pop out and it's going to be problematic once again. So now, how much damage does Steelo want to push here with Power Warming? I think you do it. See if you draw the... Oh my god!
There is no way this is happening. Forsen is going to jump off a cliff at the end of this game.
Oh my
Take
god.
my word for it. Forsen is going off. There's never going to be a Forsen stream ever again.
Oh! Oh no!
Forsen! Forsen, no, don't do it. Oh, Dad, you're dead. Rest in peace, Forsen. Rest in peace. You know what?
That is so gross.
I used to think Hearthstone was a competitive game, and then I played, and then I realized, oh god.
Alright, well, okay.
Forsen's face is worth $1,000. And now he doesn't have the blitz. You know what? He's still not out of it though. Like, we're laughing, but he's still not out of it.
Yeah, you think?
Yeah, I know. I really think so. I mean, he's got
Really?
the double frost. Well, yeah, I think so. I think it's
Okay.
possible. There's a chance he picks up like back-to-back removal. Okay, never mind.
Okay, well, I guess Steelo doesn't have any more direct damage, right?
See, this is a good card for him, right? Like, there's Alex Straza.
I guess.
You don't believe, Amaz? You don't believe?
No. Double Doomguard. That must feel so demoralizing. Oh my god. What Steelo wanted to find there was a Death Rattle, right? But not quite. So unlucky, right?
So there is still a tool in Forsen's pockets, I guess. He can always ask for a DDoS.
Okay. Putting the wolf is not necessary, yeah.
Yeah. No need to
so Forsen
overextend
needs a
here.
freeze, or it's... Oh, wow. I guess... Yep. You're going back to the kill your own creatures for card draw route that you did before.
How do you feel about double Frostbolt on the Doom Guards and then you play Ice Barrier?
Oh, you're dead if you do that, but I guess that's also a way. But you're
It's
dead.
like, it's the only way, isn't it?
No, you're dead. What a way to end this series. Just
I think he's got to do it though. Like, he has to try and then see whether or not... Like, from his perspective, of course, he doesn't know that Steelo's sitting on Power Whelming, Abusive, and Direwolf. From his perspective, I think it's the only play that could make him stay in the game. But Steelo's just got the nuts here.
Wow. Actually, he's like, we can test the second ice block. He's like, screw it. I'm just gonna power whelming immediately.
He's like, I know this is Ice Barrier. Forsen doesn't let him go through, and that's gonna be the series for Steelo. Forsen double freeze mage into Face Hunter into probably the most aggressive start I've ever seen. Like, this is just... I mean, the double Doomguard turn was something. You know, I've never seen this. I have never seen...
I haven't seen this either.
It's the first time I see a double Void Caller into double Doomguard.
Crushed.
So, honestly, that was just an obliteration play by Steelo.
Yeah, that got crushed.
Those last two matches, man, they went by really fast. Trump versus Gara, a steamroll, and Steelo versus Forsen, a steel roll, I guess.
Something of obnoxious. A catalyst for, like, having games end really, really quickly and very one-sided, maybe.
Yeah, I don't know what's up with that. I should stop casting, unless you really want tournaments to go by fast.
No, actually, it's really fresh enjoying, like, just one person just steamroll over the other, right? Usually it's, like, back and forth, you know. It's kind of cool to see both sides, I think.
Yeah, well, those decks were really aggressive from Steelo anyway. He was aiming to end the game as fast as possible, and it paid off. And again, you know, Steelo, if he does win his next match, and Forsen also wins his next match, they're in for a possible three-way tie. So Steelo's still not out of the group, so there's a chance he moves on to the playoffs. He's going to do his best to win the next one. But that was the last match of the day, guys. We're on to the end of the day. Now, we're going to be back tomorrow. We're going to have 5 more matches. This is the 3rd week. The 4th week is going to be dedicated to playoffs, specifically. So tomorrow we'll have 5 more to see how the groups end up, maybe looking by the end of tomorrow. We'll give you updates as far as who moves on to the playoffs. Maybe Forsen makes it. Until then, a quick shout out to Squarespace.com for the sponsorship of the tournament and Vulcun for the organization and putting together of everything. Squarespace, again, if you want to check them out. Intuitive, professional, and inexpensive website building. So until tomorrow, guys, have a nice one.